What's up, you guys? By the time you watch this, it will have been my 1 year anniversary of brain surgery. As you guys know, Lifting Jelly underwent a scary procedure last year after doctors finally discovered what the heck was wrong with me. As it turns out, I had what's called grade 1 meningioma that was the size of my fist. It was nestled in my left ventricle of the brain, and apparently I have this very rare gene where only I think 1 to 3% of people with brain tumors have this specific gene. I just so happen to have been lucky enough to have this gene, and so I have been brewing this brain tumor since childhood. They think it's probably been there since I was born. I wanted just to do an update video on how things have been since the very scary recovery and surgery in general. As of right now, there has, hello, Bella, hey, move. So as of right now, there has been no activity with the tumor. I had a MRI done a few months ago, so there's no activity there. I was able to basically resume regular life functions and my day-to-day routine. We're actually in talks of doing a second brain surgery. I think I mentioned that in my previous video, but we are still in talks. I met with the other neurosurgeon who will be performing this along with my previous neurosurgeon, another in-between surgeon, and they said it will be, hopefully, which I think it will be, a much easier recovery process, a much quicker procedure in general, and I should not have to be in ICU for 3 weeks because there should not be any complications. I did have a minor setback. I ended up having a seizure a while back. I believe it was in August, due to medication non-compliance. So basically, when I went for my follow-up, my oncologist told me that the tapering process for the anti-seizure meds was really easy. It was a 3-day taper. I could be off it and just go back to regular life. During my second day of the tapering instructions he gave me, I was in a parking lot, thank God, and I was waiting for my laundry to be done. And next thing I know, things get really, really bright. Like, the brightness outside was crazy, and I was like, whoa, and I thought maybe it was low blood sugar or something like that. Next thing I know, I'm passed out. I wake up and there's paramedics, there's police, there's the fire department, all there trying to get me out of my car, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna get arrested. Like, what the hell's going on? But I was very much in a haze and disoriented, did not know what was going on. And it took me a long time to realize what was happening. Like, they were trying to rescue me, they were not trying to arrest me. I gained some awareness after maybe about 10 minutes, and they're like, what's your name? And I said it. What's your birthday? I said it. My address, said it. And they're like, do you know what happened? I'm like, no, can you tell me what happened? They're like, we had a bystander call us because they reported that you were having seizure-like movement. So they called us and we're gonna take you to the ER. And I was like, oh shoot. So the first thing that comes to my mind, even though I'm kind of out of it, was the taper instructions were incorrect from my oncologist. So I sent a message to my medical team, including the oncologist. He's like, oh, sorry, just go back to the prescribed medication you were taking. I didn't get a explanation. I didn't get any type of reasoning as to why he would tell me to taper off the medication the way he did. Anytime someone has a seizure, you, in the state of California at least, you are not allowed to drive or operate a vehicle for 3 months. I became very limited in what I could do, and I always had to depend on people for rides, and I hate depending on people in general, so that was tough, but we made it through. And I also have a lot of sensitivity to light now, so bright lights hurt my eyes, flashing lights, I have to be wary of those. I'll get the occasional migraine. I'm unfortunately back on the medication, which I was trying to get off of it for reasons like this. If you don't take it as prescribed, it can trigger seizures, and everyone believes that's what happened in this case. As a result, I wasn't working out, I was eating a lot. I tend to binge eat as a way of comforting myself, and it added to the weight gain that I was already experiencing. So I've been working hard to get rid of that. But enough about the setbacks. Let's talk about life now. As you guys know, I moved to the Bay Area. I am closer to my medical team. My family's out here. Opportunities are out here, networking, cool people, cool things. It's amazing. So I'm enjoying my time here. It feels good to be back in the Bay. The weather's a lot better. Another very cool accomplishment of mine is that I recently competed in weightlifting for the first time. It's actually been about a year since my last competition, which was American Open in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So I competed at the Caffeine and Kilos Invitational in Elk Grove. It went really well. I went 4 for 6. That was awesome. See some clips in here because I just want to show the highlights, and it just felt really good being able to still train and still know that I have more left in the tank for this sport. I think it was so nice to see everybody, like not even just people from the gym, but just other weightlifters that I've known, and seeing them get out there and just kill it. It was just great vibes all around. And I'm now back. I have that like post competition high where all I want to do is train and hit PRs, and that's the goal. That's what I'm trying to do. Even prior to the surgery, as I was prepping to the surgery, now I've become more in tune with my spirituality. I've become more self-aware. I've been more aware of others, the vibrations that are around me. I am more aware of good vibes, bad vibes. I am aware of, hi Bella. I am aware of so much more, and I practice gratitude a lot more, just reminding myself every day that God and the universe have my back. And that has allowed me to become a better person, be more patient, be more kind, be more giving. Also learning how to set boundaries, which I think a lot of people are working on right now, but it's very important to set boundaries. So that's been a big one. And right now I'm just focusing on my health. I am working on, of course, qualifying for the American Open next year. I also am focusing on weight loss. When I competed at Caffeine and Kilos, I competed in the 87 kilo category, and it has nothing to do with the number on the scale, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, you shouldn't be worried about that. After all that you've been through, like, just enjoy it. Yes, that's fine, but as a once competitive CrossFitter and weightlifter, it involves higher intensity trainings. It involves a lot more. And unfortunately, that includes the number on the scale. I feel a lot slower. I feel sluggish when it comes to me competing in this weight class. And this is not normally where my body sits at. And I'm excited to get back into, I don't think I'll be going into the 71 weight class anytime soon, but I'm excited to get back to the 76 weight class. I owe a lot of credit to my physical activity and my discipline and my habits as an athlete for helping me get through that tough time in my life. So I'm excited to get back to that. I have been growing my remote coaching business, and so if you're interested in working with me, having me be your weightlifting coach, please feel free to send me a message, hit me up, and I would love to talk to you some more about that. And I have some very exciting things in the work. I have some very exciting opportunities headed my way, especially in the Bay Area. So you guys definitely stay tuned if you're in this area. I will keep you posted, but I really, really, really am grateful for those in my life, whether you are family, whether you are a friend, whether you are just someone who happens to know me, anybody who has ever prayed for me, sent good vibes, sent gifts, sent anything but LJ Apparel. Thank you so much. From me and Bella, we are signing off. Say bye, Bills.